here's 4 good ideas. And I say good ideas because they're not great yet until you're at it. Now, what do I mean by that? Look, you can take these and you can use them. Yeah, we're using them right now. Yeah, all these areas we are investing in right now, and we haven't been investing in for 2 years, 3 years. And actually, there's a number of other areas that we're looking at. This is what we do: is we try and get in early. So some of these places we may have been investing in for, well, some of them we've just started. Some of them, maybe 2 years. Some of them maybe 10 years. None of these are 10 years. They're all relatively new. But yeah, so let's have a look, and you'll get how this one great property idea comes to things. So all of the stuff we've done up to now is about preparing us for what is an opportunity. Yeah, because eventually you've got to get to the point where you go, you know what, I need to invest. Show me something. Okay. So what am I showing you? Well, here's one idea. Canal Side, Birmingham. Now, what do I mean by Canal Side? Snow Hill Wharf, East Side Birmingham, which is where the HS2 is coming in. These areas, if you go to and had a look at the canals, in the last sort of, say, 10 years ago, industrial, rundown, the old tow paths where they used to, huge amounts of commerce used to go, but a lot of industrial is beside the canal. Well, that industrial now is buildings that are disused, run down, whatever. They're now being renovated or knocked down and put back up again and created into canal side living. So, and this is what we're really seeing. Now, Birmingham, it's the second largest city. It's a world city status. It's got, everything going for us. The big city plan is a massive expansion of the city centre core. And what they're actually doing is they're redeveloping the entire place. And I think this is the key here. You've got HS2, that is happening. Yeah. Whereas Leeds, I believe Leeds has been pulled. Now we've actually got this one. It's a big tech. Commonwealth Games in 2022 got so much going for it. But what we're looking at now is we're looking at the canal side, which runs around the city centre. And looking at that. That is where the growth area, I think, over the next 2 to 5 years is going to be. If you're getting in now, you're getting in early, and then you can ride that up. That's one concept. Yeah. Now, is that an individual developments? Yeah, you can chat to the team, and we've got various developments along that thing. And we'll have more developments. Why? Because we've done the research. We think it's an area that's great, and we'll be investing in there for our investors a lot longer yet. Yeah, because there's a lot to go. HS2 hasn't even opened up yet, and who knows what that's going to do in terms of, bringing fundamentals to the city. Yeah. Okay, next one, Trafford, Manchester. Now, most people, and if you look at that map, up sort of just underneath the M in Manchester, that's the city centre there, yeah? And so what you've got is Salford Quays here, okay? Salford and Salford Quays. And then what you've got is Trafford is, if you look down the bottom next to the T in next hotspot, that's actually Old Trafford, yeah? So it's the sort of bottom end of the Quays, of the water there in the middle. And basically we've invested in, well, in actual Salford Quays, the media city around there. We've been investing here for probably 10, 12 years, and then we're now moving further along the Quays and now to Trafford. Trafford is sort of a place where there's huge opportunities, yeah? So this is what you're going to find with this. Now, Manchester, it's a incredible city. But interestingly, this is where I say, I love Manchester, and actually, I remember going and running seminars back there in 2002 and, just thinking, wow, this is pretty cool, pretty exciting, blah, blah, blah. Then I didn't go there for about 10 years and I went back there and I was amazed at how it had changed. Now it is a proper metropolitan, city on scale of any other major city in the world. Yeah. You've got it's well known. It's got, international flights. It's got all this sort of going for it. And I think that's key here. All right. Okay. So Trafford, yeah, that's another area, but that's not the only area. There's a number of areas that are growing and are likely to grow, yeah, around Manchester. Interestingly, the Manchester city centre, that's probably 10 years ago. Yeah. Now prices are pretty high up there. The yields are pretty high. I mean, I'm not saying don't invest there. I think it's just you're not going to see that massive growth wave. Yeah, you're buying there because the fundamentals are there, which is great, And I'm not saying don't buy there, but I'm saying from a regeneration perspective, there's not the regeneration happening anymore. It's already happened to a large degree, okay? Cool, so let's look at another one. Bankside Gardens in Reading. Now, where is Reading? Well, Reading is just outside London, okay? West side of London, okay? So west, if you go West London and continue out, what is it, 23 minutes to Paddington, okay, along the bumpy train. I say the bumpy train because I find that the rail is quite bumpy, but anyway, that's just, never mind that. Bankside Gardens, Reading. Look, you know, waterside, fantastic. You know, this is great, commuter town, you know, huge tech area. And this is one of the keys here. Tech brings jobs. There is a lot of tech happening, okay? So this is key, yeah? So this is just another example of, you know, another area that's being redeveloped. Interestingly, and this is what I love about property, yeah? So when I first moved to the UK in 2002, 2003, we started selling till 2005, we were selling properties in Reading, yeah? And, you know, and that stage, it was the centre of Reading that was being redeveloped, and not probably just outside the centre. Yeah, and I'm talking like 3-minute walk, 5-minute walk. Now, you know, what is it, 20 years later or 15 years later, 16, 17 years later, whatever it is, where are we selling? Well, we're selling a little bit further out now because that is the ripple effect taking effect. Yeah. So you've got large scale regeneration of these areas, and, you know, they're outside the city, but then there's a shuttle going into the town, you know, and so, you know, this is where it's an amazing thing, property like that. Okay. Final one for today, London. I love London. London, for me, the best fundamentals. You know, it's got everything going for it. But, you know, look, if you can't afford London, then Manchester, Birmingham, fantastic. Bankside Gardens, you know, commuter town. So we've had, you know, Manchester, a Birmingham, a commuter town, and a London. So it's not one area that you need to be investing in. Now, Plumstead. Where is Plumstead? So we talked about that Royal Arsenal, Riverside. Royal Arsenal, Riverside. If you go just down the road, further out now, so you're going another step out, ripple effect, remember? Yeah, bottom line is, yeah, there's a massive redevelopment there. Same developer as Royal Arsenal Riverside, yeah? And we're in first phase, selling there now, yeah, Lombard Square, yeah? That's a, you know, classic example. You know, we've got, you know, great pricing, and we can see because of the strategy this developer operates, yeah, that they will be pushing prices up over time as they build through. It's a 10-year build program, you know, 5 or 6 further phases. Let's wind this up because we've had our 4 ideas. What you need is 1, yeah? So we talked about today being about the stuff we've covered. Tomorrow is all about finding your one great idea. And I think, you know, let's put a checklist to it. I mentioned about checklists and I mentioned this.